Okay, I'm so excited. I'm at work. That doesn't excite me. But I got a new coffee mug. Like, I was just like, I need a bigger coffee cup. Because these little piddly ones that I had, like, I just felt like it was not enough, right? So, like, I have this one. It says mind reading juice. I also have another one like this that says, cup of client tears, which is hilarious. And then I have like this little one that I got from a conference, and I was just like, I need a coffee bowl. Like I need like a pot that I can drink from. So I got this, and it comes with this like top, and it comes with a spoon. Oh my god, this makes me so happy. Let me show you a couple other things in my office. This is one of my what do you call it, coasters. It just says psychology, the science that tells you what you already know using words you can't understand. That's my specialty. And then this other one says don't F up my table. But I got it in black, so like you really have to pay attention to really see what it says. And at the bottom it says please, so I'm still, you know, manners. Okay, I think I'm the only one in the office at the moment. Yeah, other folks should be coming soon. So I'm going to do my makeup at work again. I'm moving my, what is that thing called, keyboard and such. And so for parking this week, the garage across the street is always full. Every time it says garage full, tenants only. Always? How is that possible? How's it possible? I don't even know. But I found a spot right in front of the building. It might be there getting me for an okie doke, okay? Because the parking, the notes as to where you can park, where you can't, the signs or whatever, like they're so confusing. So I'm praying that I don't get a ticket. I got one last week, but last week I knew I was gonna get one because I was like in pain for various reasons, and I was like, I don't care. I cannot park in hell and walk, you know, 10 miles to get to my office. I'm gonna park in front. I know I'm gonna get a ticket. Just I don't even care. I actually took like all the stuff I thought, like if my car gets towed, I'm gonna need this stuff. I took that all with me because I was like, I don't care. But today I care. So there's that. Now let me see. What else can you see? So I have these little boards. They're like little whiteboards that I use to like, you know, jot things down sometimes for clients, like that, you know, stop it. I also have a little red flag that I wave when there are red flags popping up and they don't seem to see it. So there are quite a few people walking around with this image in their head, and I'm glad. Okay, so let me get all of my stuff, my accoutrement for my makeup, and then I will get started. So I added a few things to like the stuff that I have for my makeup, and these are things that I'm going to leave here. One of the things is this Clean Skin Club, what is it? Extra large face pads. So they're just extra large face pads, and this like old makeup remover from Wet n Wild that I have. So this is going to be good for if I make any mistakes, I can easily use that to wipe things off. I'm also thinking that sometimes when clients cry and they have on makeup, like, you know, I help them get themselves together before they leave the office. So sometimes that means like, here, you know, wipe the mascara off, like, you know what I'm saying. So I'm gonna leave of these here. And I think what I learned last week is that I prefer the Fenty powder, setting powder versus the Laura Mercier. I think Rose even commented that the Laura Mercier one was like, it looked a little ashier, and I totally agree. And yeah, so I have that only instead of that and the Laura Mercier. So here is my BK travel bag. And I have my brushes in there and all of my like foundation, primer, all that good stuff. And then I have this little bag. I guess it's a big bag, honestly. And I've had this for quite a while. This is actually from e.l.f. They did a little like collab with Edith Berlin. And I think I have like 2 of these bags because they just fit so much stuff in there. So we'll go ahead and see what comes from that. And okay, I have time. So what are we gonna do? I'm gonna start with my eyes. Oh gosh, did I bring? Okay, so I put some things into my kit pack, which is what I did last time I did my makeup at work. So right now I have 2 powders from Lethal. This is a bronzer, this is a blush, and then I have 6 shades from the Adept Amunet palette. I think this one, those 3 shades are the only ones I have yet to use in the palette, so I wanted to bring those. And then I have these mattes here, so that will be for the eyes, and I'm gonna go ahead and get started. Now what I remember is a while back I tried using the the Plain Jane palette from Adept with different primers, and so I brought 2 primers, I think, today to give that a try again. I have the nude, which on me is just light, and I have the black, which is black. I want to play it safe and use the nude, and I think I'll use the black for like some liner. Let's see. So this is the Sonia G, one of the Kiyaki brushes, and there's that. Now, when I was home, I did already put on my moisturizer and sunscreen and all of that stuff. Just gonna put this on. I have a pretty busy day today, all back to back to back. But all people that I've been seeing for years. And some of the schools, the colleges have started back, so I'm guessing and hoping that we start to get some new client requests. Mainly for my associates. I haven't taken on a new person in a while, since I had gotten sick earlier in the year, because I apparently need to chill the F out. So there's that. I didn't mention, these are Natasha Denona Work and Set. I'm trying to figure out when her new palette is coming out, because I want it. It's like a mashup of like retro and glam. Have you seen it? I'm waiting. I want it. I love it. I already love it. One that I didn't love, and that I did finally declutter for real this time, Metropolis. I had to get rid of it, y'all. Like, I think it's a combination of I just didn't like it, and it's old. It's like a couple years old that I've had it, and I feel like the formula was changing, which I haven't noticed on any of her other palettes. I was like, you know what, I can't anymore. So I'm going to go in with this shade here, and I'm just going to use my finger. I feel like that is the best for Adept. Dude, it's kind of hot in here. Let's turn the air up. So there is that. And then I'm going to go over it with this like multi-chromey shade here. Use a different finger. So they've been doing construction on our bathroom for I don't know how long. So, you know, as a therapist, you have limited time in between clients usually. Like you have 5 to 15 minutes. And before, it was easy. If you had to go use the restroom, you just walk out of our suite and it's right there. Now, you have to go like down the stairs to like the next floor or up the stairs, whichever one. I'm like, that is precious time. That is precious time that I have to use just so I can pee, because y'all doing something to the bathroom. What are you doing in there? Like, okay, so there is that. Really pretty. I have a feeling if I use the black base, it would be like boom, but I wasn't ready for that today. Okay, what I'm going to do is do this other eye with those two shades and then come back. So now that I have those on, I'm going to go into this shade here and just use that to kind of blend things out a little bit. So this week I had a friend date with my neighbor. Now we've been neighbors for quite a while, but it was more of like in passing, like, hey, you know, how you doing? The weather, you know what I'm saying? So the other week or weekend, the power went out. And not totally uncommon, you know, like, it was hot, it was windy, it was thunderstormy. So I was like in the middle of watching some true crime and everything in the house went out. First thing I do, no, that wasn't the first thing, but somewhere along the line, I called my sister. Call my sister for everything. And I was like, yeah, the power went out. Her first thing was like, uh-oh, did Rose already eat? I take offense, because like everybody always care about how Rose is doing. She fine. How about me? I can't see. But anyway, yes, Rose had just finished eating. Thank the Lord. So Rose's chilling. So I'm thinking it's me in my house. So I go down to the not the break room, where the breaker, circuit breaker thing is, right? I go down there and, you know, nothing's wrong. All the switches are flipped correctly. So I'm like, huh, that's weird. So then I decide I'm gonna go outside, and I decided this before I really took inventory of my appearance. So I had on my bonnet, so all my hair was up in this bonnet, which is fine. Listen, you gonna see me in a bonnet one day or another. But the thing is, I had been like relaxing, so I hadn't yet like put on my moisturizer and my lotion and all that stuff. I was ashy, all of the above. I just was. And I had on this little like summery kind of nightgown, and it wasn't like a sexy nightgown. No. Believe me when I tell you, there was nothing sexy about this nightgown. I don't care. No brassiere, of course. Just this nightgown. Like one of the, like a just plain old cotton sleeveless nightgown that got like flowers on it, you know. And I've had this nightgown for a little while now, and so it's old. Like, it's time. I probably should just get rid of it because now it's starting to like come apart. So there was like a big hole right here, right over the right boob. But I still went outside. I'm going to go in with this shade here. What am I gonna do? So I go on outside, you know, bonnet, ashy, no shoes on, and you know, my holy, not holy, like holy, not that one, like my holy nightgown, to kind of check out and see like if anyone else's power was out, you know. Before I continue this, I actually realized, let me do my face makeup so that I have my base done. So I'm taking my Fenty primer. Oh, they really tried to call me out with that, huh? This is the soft matte. So I go outside and two of my neighbors to the right of me, they like come out as well. And I'm like, oh, is your power out too? Y'all. Breast flinging, okay? Just flinging. But like I don't even realize it really, because I'm just like, dude, it's gonna be hot, like everything is out. I need to know, am I staying here tonight? Or am I going somewhere else? Am I gonna take Rose, because you know she don't like going nowhere? So I'm trying to figure it all out. And they're like, yeah, the power's out, blah, blah. And I was like, well, okay, I thought it was just me. Okay, cool, you know, hopefully it comes back on. And then I walk my little ashy, no shoes, holy nightgown with a bonnet on self back inside. And so, you know, I was like, well, I guess we just gonna have to wait. So you can check on like the little app for the utility company. You can check on if there are any outages and things like this. Like, we've been here before, okay? Like I've said before, I recognize that tree. Like, not only that, the building and the signage looks really familiar. Like, we've been through this experience. Now I'm going in with the Fenty Pro Filter Soft Matte Long Wear Foundation. This is in the shade 450. And I am going to take this Sonia G Kiyaki Jumbo Base Brush. I'll put a little bit on there. So it wasn't until I like, oh, what is that doing? Stop that. It wasn't until I like got back inside that I realized, girl, do you like, you just went outside looking crazy. I don't know what to tell you though, okay? If you hadn't seen it yet, you was gonna see it at some point. So I decide I'm just gonna like lay down and relax, you know, and the little app was like that the power and stuff wasn't gonna be on for another, like it wasn't gonna be on until like midnight. So I'm starting to freak out a little bit. I'm not quite sure why. I have flashlight, you know, and all this stuff, but I'm just like out of my element. And I'm just starting to freak out, and I'm texting my lover. I'm trying other words besides partner. Lover, paramour. He's not my better half, okay? I'm a whole person. So I'm texting my lover, and he calls me because he's like, okay, I needed to hear your voice because you sound like you're freaking out. You still sound like you're freaking out, but it seems like you're also okay. And I'm like, yeah. And I mean, every time I'm like, I'm feeling a little anxious, he's like, do you need to call your therapist? Nah, dude, just talk to me for a second. Anyway. So I'm trying to figure out, like, are we gonna stay here? You know, Rose chilling. Rose is on her little window perch, looking outside, being nosy. Um, and it finally came back on as I was buying every possible battery powered light that I could find on the internet. Um, so that was smart. Now I have like 12. But I'm prepared, okay? Uh, so the next day I'm thinking, you know what? Like, I don't even have these neighbors' phone numbers. Now, there's a neighbor who moved, and he was like, cool dude, like 7 feet tall. But he moved, and he's the one that I would have been like, hey, is your power out? So since he moved, I had an exchange numbers with like the people next to me. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to write them a note, and I'm going to put it on their door with my phone number and my information. I was going on for like a good 10 minutes, and y'all didn't hear none of it because I didn't push the button. I have put on my Fenty concealer in the shade 430, and so who knows where I left off. But anyway, what I did was I wrote a little note to my neighbors to make sure that they have my phone number, because I used to have like a couple neighbors' phone numbers, but like people have moved and things like that. So I'm like, I realized I don't have these two next to me. I don't have their phone number. So I wrote a little note like, hi, I'm your neighbor, saw you, you know, we've said hello in the past. Here's my phone number, because I'm realizing that I don't have your info, you don't have mine. And you know, sometimes I like to fall out. So it's gonna be good just to have the number of the folks next to me. I also need to go on ahead and give my number to my Puerto Rican neighbor, because I want some food. And she always cooking. She's so nice. But girl, I'm gonna need you to bring me a plate. So there's that. And you know, I went and I put it on their door and everything. Mind you, why is it that every time I go outside and I think nobody else is gonna be outside, so it's okay if I'm ashy, ain't got no bra on, you know, looking a mess, I'm like, I can make it real quick to the mailbox, and somebody always come outside. I feel like it's a setup. It's a setup. Anyway, but these two neighbors are really nice from the interactions I've had with them. Unlike the other dude with his little red car that he liked to park in front of my house. He's rude. He is so... I don't like that man. He don't like me, and I don't even know why. He started it. He started not liking me, so now I don't like him. But I went to check my mail the other day. Yesterday. Was it yesterday? Yesterday or the day before. I don't know. I went to check my mail. And he, you know, I thought nobody was out there, so I'm like, cool, let me just go to the mailbox. But here he come. So he walked his little behind to the mailbox first, in front of me. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna keep my distance, because one, I don't like you, and two, we in a pandemic. So he go ahead and check his mail. He walks past me and gets in his car and drives off. And when I tell you that man didn't say nay or yay to me, he didn't say hello, like, move, bitch. He didn't say nothing. I'm like, ooh, why? Y'all, I don't know why it gets under my skin, but you know what I did? I'm super nice. Like, I interact with people. I say hello. I didn't say nothing to him. That's like the Catholic school girl of being like, in your face. So he ain't nice. I don't like him. Anyway, so I put the note with my phone number and everything on my neighbor's doors, and they both contacted me, and so that's really cool. And the lady right next to me, she was like, we should get coffee or something. And I'm like, sure. you know, like, I'm saying that first because, you know how sometimes you're like, yeah, let's totally get together. And you're like, I'm not really gonna get together with you. But I was like, you know, I'm gonna be nice. She's right next to me. She's right next to me. I can't be crazy. She probably already think I'm crazy. Anyway, so we decide, initially we were gonna go to some restaurant not too far that has like Mediterranean food, and I was like, oh, okay. I haven't been inside a restaurant in a while. And so then we both apparently start to become anxious about being in an enclosed space. So we decided, let's just like hang out on my porch and, you know, just chill. So we did that on Monday. And it was really nice. I really got to know more about her. We have similar like Caribbean backgrounds, which I had no idea. And she works at the university that I used to work at, which is crazy to think that we were going to the same place for a while. She's just like really cool. But you know, when you're making friends as an adult, like as a kid, you know, you just be in the sandbox. Do they do that anymore? You just be in the sandbox or like the crib next to the other person. You're like, hey girl, let's be friends. But as an adult, like, you really have, they don't teach you how to make friends. You really have to like try. Like, it doesn't just happen. Like, I need to assess, are you like racist? Are you homophobic? Are you transphobic? Who you vote for last time? And the time before that? And the time before that one? I have to assess that. Are you like anti-choice? Are you like fat phobic? Are you body shaming? Like, it just feels like it's so much. I have to really like, you know, really like figure you out. That's harder as an adult, I swear. And like, can you take my jokes? Are you gonna laugh? Are you gonna think I'm funny? Are you gonna get my personality? Because that's a big one. Because you could answer all the correct answers for the other questions, and then you could just like not like me, which is fine. No, it's not fine for that neighbor dude, because I don't know what his problem is. Parking in front of my daggone house. I think my work wife is here. Let me text her. So I'm going to take this blue shade and do a wing-ish. Hey, girl.
Hey.
You don't have to be on camera.
It's so cool in here.
Is it? Is it too cold?
No, it feels great.
Okay. This is my work wife. You don't. Are you going to come on?
Oh my gosh.
I have a white wife.
Ooh, yeah.
This is for my YouTube. You know?
I know you're famous. Now I feel like I'm being weird. I also realized this is the reason that we had to sign our own lease, so you could literally have
obviously
a makeup station and a therapeutic space as well. I mean, they're really one and the same.
Okay, so there's like a whole cut of this that's not going to be in the video of me and my work wife and our shenanigans. Like, my eyes are tearing up from laughing. Oh my god, I'm so hot. Y'all, what was I talking about? So the way she became my work wife is that we were at the same practice for a couple years together. I was there first, and then she came on board. I'm going into my bronzer. And like, when the practice owner was like, oh yeah, you know, we're gonna have a new person joining, I'm like, who? I don't know who this is. But the moment we met, I'm pretty sure I made a joke or I said something about like something, and we've been friends ever since. it's really nice to have someone in your office that you can like really relate to and stuff. She is the one who always catches me being ridiculous, like, and she always has her phone, so she always takes a photo of it. So yeah. Y'all, this is cute. Okay, gonna go into the blush. Oh, so my neighbor, it was a good friend date. I enjoyed it, but now it's like, now I have to keep up the friendship, right? Like, how do you, I tell people all the time, making friends is like dating. Like what next? Do I invite her somewhere? Do we go to her porch instead of mine? She did mention going to this Cuban restaurant that I love, and I didn't know anybody else knew about it, so I did suggest that in a text message. I was like, hey, it was so great to like hang out with you. Like whenever you want to go to the Cuban restaurant, you know, I want to go too. So that should be fun. Hopefully we do that, but it's just, you know, getting to know someone. It's not easy. I'm going to go in with the Lash Idol mascara from Lancome. I wonder where Wifey parked. Do you all have like work spouses? I mean, don't divulge any information that's inappropriate. But to me, it's like we're closer than colleagues, you know? But also, a lot of it is just confined to work, even though me and work wifey hang out. But we're not just like regular. It's the person you have a meeting with after the meeting. You know when you have a work meeting and you just need to go into your office and talk to your friend real quick about the shenanigans that happened in the meeting that you were both at. That's how I sort of identify folks who are my work partners. So the last shade that I have to use is this like greeny gold, but I'm gonna go for it. I'm just gonna okay, I have like 7 minutes. This is a liquid lipstick from Dose of Colors in the shade Stone. With a lip liner from LA Girl. I'm gonna let that set down and clean up a little bit. Okay, so I'm gonna put a little bit, yo, for real? It's probably because I was like singing the whole way to work, shouting along to the music. But this is the Christian Audette and Tara Lynn Gloss in Ray. And here is the finished look. I have 3 minutes to get myself together. And that's about it. Let me leave you with a mental health affirmation. Let's see. Okay, this one's a good one. I will get through this. So whatever you're going through, you got this, okay? You're gonna get through it. Anyways, thank you for joining me at work. What else? I think that's it. Hopefully some of this was helpful. I also hope that you were taking care of yourself and your loved ones. I'm trying to take care of myself. I need to schedule another massage. I do feel taken care of by this big ass cup of coffee. I love it. I will have a full-on like re-review or whatever of this Amunet palette coming up probably this week. Okay, I gotta go. I have like a minute. So yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time.